Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
In the vast world of video games, few titles stand as jewels of design and accessibility as The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Released in 2017 by Nintendo, this game has often been hailed not only as a masterpiece in the Zelda series, but also as an ideal entry point for newcomers to the gaming world. Today, we'll delve into why Breath of the Wild is arguably the perfect first game for people that are either coming back or have never played video games. At its core, Breath of the Wild offers a gameplay experience that is both inviting and enriching for beginners. Its open-world design is one of the most defining features, providing players with the freedom to explore at their own pace. Unlike many games that rely heavily on structured missions and linear progression, this title allows players to forge their own path. This freedom is crucial for new gamers as it minimizes the pressure to conform to a strict set of rules or objectives. In an open-world setting, players are encouraged to engage with their environment in diverse ways. For new gamers, this means having the space to experiment with different game mechanics without feeling constrained. Whether it's climbing a mountain, cooking a meal, or solving a puzzle, each activity is presented as part of the natural world rather than as mandatory checkpoints. This organic integration of gameplay elements helps players learn and adapt without being overwhelmed by instructions or tutorials. The game's map system is another key feature that aids new players. As players activate Sheikah Towers throughout Hyrule, they reveal new sections of the map and uncover points of interest. This gradual reveal allows new gamers to orient themselves and plan their exploration based on their interests. The lack of an immediate, all-encompassing map encourages a sense of progression and accomplishment as each area is discovered and explored. The open-world nature also provides a varied difficulty curve. Players can choose to tackle challenges and enemies at their own pace. If a particular area or enemy feels too daunting, they can simply choose to explore a different region or get better armor. This flexibility allows new gamers to ease into the game's mechanics and gradually build confidence without the frustration of hitting a wall. Now that we know more about the world, let's move on to part 2, Art Direction. One of the most striking aspects of Breath of the Wild's art direction is its blend of cel shading and painterly influences. This visual style creates a sense of timelessness and fantasy, reminiscent of a living watercolor painting. Unlike hyper-realistic graphics, which can sometimes feel overwhelming or intimidating, this art style offers a softer, more approachable visual experience. For new gamers, this aesthetic is both engaging and non-threatening, making the game feel welcoming from the very first moment. The game's art direction extends beyond just the landscapes. It deeply influences the character design and environmental detail. The characters are designed with bold, distinct shapes and colors, making them immediately recognizable and memorable. This clarity in designs helps new players easily identify and connect with the game's inhabitants, reducing any confusion and enhancing the storytelling. Another key element of the game's art direction is its dynamic adaptation to weather and time of day. The art style beautifully captures the changing conditions, whether it's the warm glow of a sunrise, mist in a rainstorm, or the stark contrast of a snowy landscape. This not only enhances the immersive experience, but also provides visual cues that assist new players in understanding and navigating the game world. The game's art direction also plays a crucial role in enhancing gameplay clarity. The distinctive visual style helps to highlight interactive elements and important landmarks within the environment. This visual clarity ensures that new players can easily identify points of interest and interact with objects, which minimizes the frustration and supports a more intuitive gameplay experience. Now, while a game can have a colorful world and artsy graphics, it also needs to have part 3, a meaningful story. The story begins with a simple and compelling task: save Zelda. This draws players into the game world without overwhelming them, and this approach ensures that new gamers can quickly grasp the basic premise and objectives, setting the stage for an engaging adventure. The narrative unfolds gradually as players explore, allowing them to discover key elements of the story at their own pace. A unique revelation is that the main character you play as, Link, has no recollection or memory as to what happened to him or the world, allowing players to have an eye-to-eye experience to the main character, uncovering past events and secrets simultaneously. While I won't get too much into spoilers, the game is set in a post-apocalyptic Hyrule. As you explore, you encounter remnants of past events and unravel fragments of the history that led to the current state of the world. This allows for great environmental storytelling without much direct explanation and hand-holding. This brings us to the last and, in my opinion, the most important aspect of this game, Part 4, Non-Linear Direction. Breath of the Wild distinguishes itself by embracing a hands-off approach to guidance, allowing players to navigate its expansive world with minimal direction. After a brief introduction, the game steps back and lets go of your hand, offering a vast, open environment with clear but vaguely open instructions on where to go and what to do. This encourages exploration and discovery, relying on players to investigate distant landmarks, unique formations, or intriguing structures. Objectives are presented non-linearly, giving players the freedom to prioritize main quests, side quests, and challenges at their own pace. The dynamic interaction with the environment, such as terrain and weather, further influences decisions, and the emphasis on player choice ensures that each journey is uniquely personal. This approach creates a deep sense of immersion and makes exploration and discovery integral to the player's experience. Well, that about does it for my summary on why you should play Breath of the Wild. I promise you won't regret it. And hey, while you're here, you might as well drop a like and subscribe to my channel. This has been iTalk Games, and I'll see you in the next one.